Hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm very good, and you?
Long time no see.
I know, it's been, I can't remember very well, it was since last year, I think.
Actually, the first time we met in 2018.
2018, that's a long time.
Yeah.
I feel like I want to remember, yes, you were on the side of the pool.
Yeah,
I
actually,
remember.
you played some meaningful role in my life.
Me? How
Yeah.
come?
First time we met, I was sitting here having lunch, having champagne, and you come to me and you're like, "What are we celebrating?" And I'm Oscar, and I'm like, "Yeah, Oscar for what?" And I'm like, "Yeah, because I'm helping people to achieve the full potential life and things like this." You're looking at me like, "Yeah, you're a writer, right?
Yeah,
you're
you
writing
look like an artist the first
yeah,
time that
yeah,
I saw
yeah,
you.
yeah. And I'm like, the books? No, not books. I'm working with the people. And you're like, no, you're writing. And I was like, fuck again. All my life, I've been pushed for that, But I had some, maybe didn't believe in myself. And
Like so many of us.
yeah, and when you say to me with so full of confidence, you knew me like for a few minutes, and you're like, yeah, you look to me like a writer, and you're like, yeah. And that day, it's the name of my book come out, in my head, and
Okay, oh really?
yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah, and I start to write. Since that I'm writing. I also help people in many other ways, but my writing is like what give me like so much.
Writing has a very big impact. It's not only the use of words. I think it's the way that you use the words as well that are going to impact people. You can really target something or someone because of the way you said it, because they will relate to that moment in time, or maybe just like you didn't need me. You needed somebody to tell you that you were capable of doing that. And I feel it's important to let me know, because as a server, I think that we get really lost, mostly where I work. It's a lot of people that have a lot of money. So sometimes I feel like we are lost in believing that just we're property or robots, that we don't have a soul, or that we have no aspirations in life. We're just there to serve. And it's not really that. Every single person that comes to the restaurant, for me, is to have a good experience, not because of what they're eating, but because of what they are doing here in my restaurant. I always feel like I can't have an impact on people. The fact that you tell me that I do changes my life as well.
Yes, and my books, it's became a bestseller. So there's so many people gonna able to read that, and it's gonna influence in their life, because you come to me and straightforward you say your opinion. You know how huge this impact of the truth.
Of course, of being not only forthcoming, of being honest.
Yes.
People don't need to hear you lie about what you believe that you're seeing. Mostly when it's a client, because you don't know them. But the fact that you are being honest about what you're captivating about somebody, about what you're resenting about somebody, it's very important. Because you never know what's going to happen. You really don't.
Yes. We really
this
don't know.
is just a step of what you might be becoming later. It's really just the model, It's the little step that might become huge and very long, given the situation that we're living in the country right now. I think people lose hope of thinking that because this has happened, then nothing is possible afterwards, the doors are closed. No, it's the other way around. It's because this has happened that the world can change. The opinions are changing, the materialism is changing the way of thinking of people, and you will find yourself being surrounded by all of those that believe in the same things. The pure, the honest, as you say, the quality of the real person,
Exactly. And Stephanie, you in the first chapter of my book, I wrote about you, like how you come to me.
By that.
Yeah, how you come to me and you just like, yeah, I see you as the writer. And I was trying to explain what I do and how important is that, and you're like, yeah, but I see you as a writer. Don't tell me that. I just want you to write your books. And I was like, fuck, it's time.
It's time.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just need a little hard push for somebody to tell you that nothing is impossible. I come from Mexico. I got divorced and I got remarried. And I never thought that I would find love again. I have a husband that has made me believe in really true good living, because there's somebody that loves me. And if finding this and finding a career that you love as well gives meaning to life. So maybe you just didn't need me to push you. You just needed to hear it maybe from yourself, saying if somebody else is telling me with
Yes,
confidence.
I've been like writing since my childhood, you know. But I was like in my school when I first story I wrote, you know, and then it's got to winning in some competition. I was like, for me it was so important to write, because when I write I feel different dimension of joy, you know. And then when I was study, I got some bad mark on my grammar, and it was so painful to me. So I got a huge block on my writing. I saw that I'm not gonna write, you know. And all my life people was pushing me like, you're so good at writing, do it, your books is waiting. I was like, no, because of the block that I got in my childhood, because of the grammar, how I was writing. And you're like, don't tell me this, what you do. No, I wanna see you as writer.
That's just a detail. I'm so glad you did it, really.
Yes.
I really am. I'm proud of you, even though we know each other just from very instant meeting.
Yeah.
But I'm very proud of the fact that I had anything of whatsoever to do with that, because that means that what I'm doing, as small as it might be, to be serving just your food and being able to make you have a good time, if that changed something in your life, it's already very, very important. I'm very, very glad, honestly.
And it's not only my life, you know how many people is reading that books.
Exactly.
Even when I read my books, I was like, wow, the life is good. I believe in life again, you know.
In confinement, I forgot to read, and I got back to reading while this confinement was going on. And I got back to getting that passion of not being able to put a book down. I remembered what it was to be to wanting to be stuck to that book all day long, you know. She's called Jennifer Lawson. She did an excellent book and an excellent sequel. And she talks about how strange she is and how different she is. So she impacted my life in that as well, of saying, you know what, I have to stop thinking that I am of no value because of my work. I am of value because of my work, because I can do something with it. And this is
exactly, yes. And this is the proof.
Yes, and I have to get back to work soon. If not, you're going to get me fired.
Tell me what do you want to achieve in your life? Because the people will listen this podcast, and I know there are some doors will open for you. Just tell me what is your dreams.
I'm a Mexican living in Cannes, so I would really like to... There's already some Mexicans that have opened, which has been putting a lot of pressure on me, because I'm like, it's already being done and I have to hurry up. But then I saw that I'm happy because I can eat my food now, but I want to do it better.
You mean you want to open your own restaurant?
I would like to do it like they did, but better, with my own concept, with my own recipes, to open the Mexican food industry.
So you can be a chef?
Exactly. I already cook, and I have a lot of recipes that I have created myself. So.
Okay, so investors from the Cannes hear us. We calling you the Stephanie is a chef who is working
in Phuket's Majestic Cannes.
Yes, so she's ready now for her new life, to be a chef in new Mexican restaurant in Cannes.
Voilà. And I'll be waiting here for everybody if they want to come and visit and eat great food as well.
Yeah, okay, thank you so much,
darling. Thank you so much. Bon appétit.
Yeah, ciao.